evening and welcome, viewers. How many more monstrosities will we have to tolerate in the name of farmers' protests? How many more lynchings will we have to see in the name of farmers' protests? How many more ghastly, bloody brutalities will we have to bear in the name of farmers' protests? Yesterday, these protesters have carried out a Taliban-style execution on the Singhu border. A Taliban-style execution. A 35-year-old man had his hand chopped from his wrist. He was slashed with swords all over his body by these protesters. All over his body. And while he lay there bleeding to death, these protesters, very much part of this so-called farmers movement, a group of Nihang Sikhs who are very much an integral part of these so-called protests, tried to extract a confession from the dying man. I don't want to detail it out too much, viewers, but I will. The man is lying there. He's bleeding, he's dying, he's hysterical. His hand is chopped from here, and his chopped hand is lying next to him. And these so-called protesters have surrounded him and are trying to get a confession out of him. Yes, viewers, the pseudos and the lobby are quiet tonight about this. And they are thinking that they will just get away by denying that these killers are farmers or fellow protesters. Listen to me, Yogendra Yadav and Tiket. I agree they are not farmers, just as you are not farmers, which validates my view that this is not a farmers' protest at all. It's just a group of opportunists, violent arsonists, and secessionists, along with political elements who are trying to burn our country down. But nobody, not even the greatest voices of this lobby, deny the fact, or can deny the fact, that these lynchers, these killers, are so-called protesters. They are part of the same group. They're the ones who block the roads, threaten us, don't allow our children to go to school, don't allow people to attend their offices, who are blackmailing the nation for months. And Rakesh Tiket and Yogendra Yadav must take responsibility for all the contributing factors behind yet another lynching. And their supporters sitting in campuses in London and New York must gather the intellectual honesty to ask them tonight. Ask Yogendra Yadav tonight, Mr. Yadav, what do you feel about someone's slashed hand being strung along with his corpse from a wooden pole early in the morning on a busy street next to a highway, as a reminder to every other Indian that this is the fate they will receive and can receive should they cross their path? This is Talibanization, viewers. This is not a farmers' protest. This is Talibanization of the worst kind. This is what I have been speaking about for about a year now. This is Talibanization in the name of farmers' protests. It has to be stopped. And I'm disappointed with politicians in this country, because politicians are not acting as they should. They should nip it in the bud, and they are not doing that. They're letting us all down. We have the law, and it is an absolute tragedy that in our country there isn't a massive outrage among the politicians, the police, and the bureaucracy over this lynching. I want to show the pictures again, viewers, full frame. And I want to remind these politicians, police, bureaucrats, what are you doing? Do you need Republic to come and tell you about what you need to do? You keep talking about a strong state. Well, I want to see the strong state now. You keep talking about the rule of the law. I want to see the rule of the law now. You keep saying that people who take the law for granted won't get away. I want to see them not getting away now. And frankly tonight, I, like many of you, am deeply disappointed. We are law-abiding, tax-paying, and proud citizens of this great country. And look at this picture, viewers, full frame. I want to show the pictures. I want to show the pictures of that man strung full frame. Please. And I want to ask you, viewers, tonight, if the entire might of the Indian state cannot frighten these killers or be used against these killers, then I want to ask you, viewers, what message are we sending to those who swear by and live by and abide by the law? What message are we sending? Where is the state? Why do I have to see a situation where I see these killers stand right next to policemen, talk to them, a conversation going on? There is no fear among the killers. Ladies and gentlemen, the law is meant to be used, not upon the insistence of the media. Our job is to report the use and application of the law. In this case, I have no doubt in saying there has been a partial and agonizingly slow application of the law. India does not and will never be Talibanized. Let's raise our voices tonight.